is the lightning rod. He is the guy that takes it all on his shoulders, and time again he's delivered, just not yet at TI.
Yeah, it seems like with an OD ban and Omni at their arsenals, Team Secret is going to pick something really aggressive for mid one. Something like Slark, Monkey King, those hyper-aggressive heroes that can be at your face.
mineski banning the Broodmother and the Batrider. They're kind of trying to protect their safe lane and their mid with those two bans. And they pick a AA. That's a kind of classic combo with the Wraith King. People were picking it a patch ago. You can get a cold feed off and then a stun from the Wraith King. The hero's usually going to get stunned at the end. You have a lot of magic damage with your Ogre in the mid to late game, so just a nice, stable hero.
The other thing about the AA pick here is it really deters. If Secret were looking at the Alchemist, that's probably a deterrent for them. And remember, the game one draft, mineski did run the Wraith King in the first phase along with the 5th pick out.
Do you think it'd be too crazy that they still out?
That's what I'm saying. I think mineski...
No,
Secret. Oh man, I don't know. That's part of the problem is that, you know, Mid One has had such a tough time in this tournament. I really worry about picking him a hero that's potentially going to be in real trouble if he gets frostbitten in these fights. But I do like the ET pickup here. It does reveal a little bit more about the roles, right? But this is a hero that, again, we mentioned this hero's record in the early game of this tournament, 17-5 in games that end at the 35-minute mark or earlier. That is Secret's sort of pressure release valve if mineski play this early game run at Udota again.
The way I could see Secret kind of turning this draft is if they're confident with the Alkir, they can put it in their safe lane. They can run this ET, he'll kind of protect the Alchemist, and they do have Heavenly Grace for the AO. It's going to reduce it by 50%. Instead of, you know, being like a 12 seconds, it'll only be 6 seconds of not healing. They can kind of disengage with the GA as well. So the Echo Stomp, so they're going to have a couple ways to kind of play the fight back. I'd be a little scared if I was mineski of an Alk right now.
All right, we're waiting on the 4th pick here of Secret. Febby, man, how do you block it all out? Because the first 2 games of this series have been as crazy, I think, as any games that I've seen this year. You know, maybe going back quite a few. And you've got to refocus here. All 10 of these players. Oh, my Lord. That is not what I... Okay, that's throwing me for a loop. Do you like this Void pick?
It is not good against Wraith King and Rasta, but it is good with ET.
It's also not good against AA. You won't heal when you get ulted by the AA. Maybe they heard the fans. The fans really like big team fights. They like the big chronos. They now have you know, GA to turn a fight look cool. They have, you know, Earth Splitter. They have this cool chronosphere. So maybe Secret's doing this for the fans. I'm a little concerned of the Void versus Wraith King matchup though.
I think Team Secret needs some more damage, and DP doesn't look too good too, because they have AA on mineski side, and AA is pretty good against DP.
You need something, a ranged hero 5th pick to just dump damage into that chronosphere. You talk about the sniper still on the board. The OD they banned themselves.
They need a lot of stuff right now on Team Secret.
Yeah,
they lack wave push too. Void only doesn't push out waves that way.
Core Invoker?
Yeah, Invoker.
Yeah.
Gets banned.
I mean, it's one of his best. Yeah, there you go. It's one of his best heroes on his career.
They could still do Tiny mid. I would be really scared of their damage though. I think they are forced to put this Tiny as a 4 now because of the Wraith King. So they need a mid 1 hero. They're going to ban as well, you know, a mid hero from mineski. They're really scared of him from Moon getting this like last pick. So they're going to try to find a hero in the draft that fits them and only is going to have 1 hard counter that they can ban out.
One good thing that Secret have going for them is the team fight. mineski's heroes, they're all single targets, so I think mineski will kind of want to split them and dodge them, play this like cat and mouse sort of game, and try to go late game. While Secret wants to like use their big team fights, only wants to fight early, even if there's an AA on the other side of the team.
When you look at mid one's hero pool, the heroes that come up that aren't banned still on the board here: Ember Spirit, Templar Assassin.
I'm looking at if either of those, it's more the Ember, I think. He's gonna have Heavenly Grace, so he's gonna be able to go in on the supports and kill the supports. Save this Chrono more for the core, the Wraith King.
Could just storm again.
Yeah, they could storm. I think it's okay with the Grace, but it's also really scary against these instant hexes that are built into your heroes. It's you're much more like confident going on it when you force the enemy to build sheeps to try to protect their cores, or build Yules to just Yules the storms and try to like have to
parang
be forced to defend
medyo.
himself in this storm. When the supports have built-in ways to defend against him, this Wraith King's gonna have ult, so it's like you have to burn a lot of mana to kill him the first time. It's a little scary for them. And they're gonna ban the Elk. They're still scared of getting last pick Elks. No, I would be too.
Yeah, they're traumatized from the first game.
Oo, ano.
Coming into this
You
fifth
don't
pick, do you feel
mind
like
that.
Secret's lanes are stronger in this game? Are we going to be able to hold up to the pressure better than we did in games 1 and 2?
Oo nga, no.
I think so. The ET is one of the
Ano ba yung
strongest
pick
laning
naman?
supports right now. His Astral Spirit gives him armor, gives him moves, he gives him damage.
Oh, the Yapsor Rubik once again. Sorry, buddy, go ahead.
It's mid-tiny.
Yeah, mid-tiny.
So Mineski's gonna know that. They're gonna be probably gonna pick more of a strength hero. Maybe some hero that's gonna build like 1-2 bracers, even if they go agility or int hero. Once the main issue with Tiny as a core that was in previous patches was that people would build bracer and his combo wouldn't kill you anymore. And when Tiny blinks in on a core and his combo doesn't kill them, his fight feels really awkward. He's a slow hero. He's sure he's tanky, but now he's committed to 4 or 5 heroes, and they're gonna be able to disengage, stun him, and keep following it up.
I'm kind of worried for Secret's lanes again because, you know, I thought the Tiny was going to be a 4, but right now their side lanes don't look so hot. Especially the Void lane's going to suffer.
Death Prophet's a really nice pick versus the Tiny, and the Omni, and the ET. Whenever there's a bunch of strength heroes, DP is one of the heroes you think of like Timbersaw. The Spirit Siphon's going to do more the more HP people have. Tiny, he gets a crazy amount of HP really early in the game. He has a really high strength gain. He goes Echo Saber, you know, might go BKB. The Spirit Siphon's going to heal up the Death Prophet, and he is the AA, so he doesn't have to be worried about getting his healing stopped. The only issue with it is that if this Death Prophet gets chronoed,
Yeah,
he can't be bursted.
exactly. All right. Well, we are headed to a deciding Game 3 in one of the most thrilling series of the event. But first, here's Casey with a coach interview.
Umabutan ng game pre.
No change of shirts. It's actually just completely dried out. Won't cast in any conditions, KC. We're like postmen in that regard. But I just want to say, Dota is such a wonderful game, and what truly makes it great is the people. It's the people in this game, the players in the booth, the homeless man behind the wall behind. Whatever it is, that's what makes Dota the best esports in the world. Let's get hype for Game 3 of mineski versus Team Secret.
Oh, this is quickly becoming a classic.
I'll be honest with you. I didn't go into this series thinking it was going to be a classic.
Dude, I didn't either. I'm gonna be 100% real with the audience. I thought this was gonna be a stomp. I genuinely thought mineski, I was like, alright, like what am I gonna do with all this time I have?
You barely managed to beat Na'Vi. Team Secret barely lost to EG. Transitive Property says Team Secret's going to blow
Yeah,
you
you're
out
gonna
of the
get
water.
work. But that's what makes TI, oh, it's the best.
the best.
There's nothing else like it. This needs, 100 TIs. Just keep it up.
TIs every day.
Oh,
every
I love
day
it.
of the year.
Me and my kid are gonna be watching TI one day. Oh, it's gonna be wonderful.
Okay. We start off this series.
They just high-fived.
As we implied. Oh, that's cute. As we implied, we thought Secret was going to beat mineski, and we start off that series introing saying, "Hey, this is a David versus Goliath matchup, and no better time for TI for you to be David and slay the giant."
Yes.
And now, after Game 1 should have gone the way of mineski, now after they do manage to clinch Game 2, is mineski the Goliath? Is Secret the David all along?
I will say that mineski, in this 2-game series that we've seen so far, they've been the better team for about 95% of the series.
Yes.
And the fact that it's 1-1, if you're Mineski and you end up losing this best of 3, it'll haunt you
Yeah.
forever. This would have been one of the greatest what could have been situations. And for Secret, you'll take those wins.
Oh, yeah.
You will take that game 1 and you'll say, we got away with it, and maybe this is the wake-up call that they need, that they're not invincible, that they can overlook anybody. Such a big game for both teams.
And that's what I love about Dota, is all the emotions that go into it. We heard Sunbeam. What do you guys, what's the mood in the booth? Everybody expected to hear,
It's good.
It's solemn, we're good, we're calm, we're laughing about it. We're gonna get this game through. No, we're angry.
Yeah.
We're pissed off. We're Team Secret, goddammit, and we're supposed to be beating Mineski. And we're gonna see how that anger translates into the game and how they're able to make their way through this laning phase as we have Moon versus Mid-1 and mid lane Death Prophet versus Tiny. Certainly an opportunity for Mid-1 to take his aggression out on the Mineski players with this kind of tempo mid.
This is where star performances are born. We can forget the other 2 games. The fans can forgive your other 2 performances if you clutch it out in this game number 3 as this Tiny. I feel like I'm beating a dead horse, but at this point, Mid-1, you have to show up. You got out-damaged dealt by a Rubik last game. Yapzor almost carried that game for his team. It doesn't matter, though. You only need 1 to look good.
KP is going to be playing the Ogre. Core Ogre in top lane with Raging Potato, babysitting him on the Shadow Shaman, Nisha Faceless Void. This time, he's going to be the one trying to get all the clutch Chrono Spheres instead of Nico Baby. And they're running it with an Omni Knight as well. Looking to shore up their team fight as much as possible. That's what it really looks like to me. Mineski, meanwhile, fast-paced lineup with plenty of push power.
Yeah, and I actually really like Secret's draft. I think that they have the late game. They have really strong heroes at just running at you. I could very easily see them just take a lead and never let it go. Because I feel like when it comes to the 5-on-5 team fights, if they can get the jump on this DP, there's no real save for her.
Yeah. That is very scary. She does have great frontliners in her 2 cores of the Raid King and the Ogre, but if Secret get around those heroes, if they get on top of Moon.
And so far, in this mid lane, relatively even, but Moon has outplayed Mid-1. But this could be it, Cap. I can't stress that enough. All it takes is 1 game. History only remembers the winners.
That's true. 14-6, 12-4 so far. Team Secret are walking away from the laning phase with a pretty good CS lead between 2 of their cores. The Faceless Void, though, is having a rough one. 4-1 right now, really being shut down by this aggro dual lane from Mineski.
Yeah, this is a great situation for the Ogre. You can trade easily. Secret have 2 different heroes, Cap, that are meant to just win one-on-one fights.
Yeah.
And this is not the case right now. The Ogre can bully you out. The Shaman can go toe-to-toe with the Elder Titan. You can see that Raging Potato is actually using Puppy Sweeps to farm up the neutrals.
And Puppy is trying to do something about it. They're going to fight a little bit more. Last shot of the baseball can't stop the damage. It's not enough. Raging Potato gets the first blood. His life will be traded away very likely here as he cannot run far enough.
He thought about throwing out the Fire Blast, but doesn't think it's worth it for the mana. You would be completely correct. The trade-off, though, is that the Omni Knight at bottom, this hero just seems to win lane after lane. It's so hard to deal with him when you have this low damage support 5, and you have no way to immediately burst him from the get-go. I think if you can't set the line immediately, this lane just completely goes in Omni Knight's favor at some point.
It's also a lot about the Head of the Grace Dispel, right? Like, once the enemy team has picked up their 5 position, it has an ability that you can kind of deal with, like the Cold Feet, for example, or the Straight Fire Blast, the damage over time that happens. You're going to be able to purge most of that off, get yourself a heal, and it's like the attacks never even happen. Raging Potato, 5-minute bounty rings are about to spawn. That's why Yapzor and Puppy are both here. KP, though, pulling some of the creeps with him. He wants to challenge. Raging Potato's going to walk back with him. 2 versus 2 over the bounty rings. How's Puppy going to take this one? He's going to try and go for the stomp.
No, he's going to take way too much damage. No, he's actually going to go for it in
Stomp
stomp.
misses KP.
One's up
Telekinesis
there.
isn't there. Mid-one's actually going to be able to grab the bounty rune. as he shows up with the bottle, and Zai actually manages to get the other side. So that's going to be 3 for Team Secret. mineski were the ones who actually had the better bounty room control the entire time last game, and I think the game prior.
And that's going to give them a little bit of a gold lead. Pretty negligible though at 5 minutes. And we've seen what these two teams look like. It's one of those interesting situations where you never know how somebody's going to match up. Maybe mineski just matches up really well against Secret. And that's why we have the sort of series that we're having right now.
Zai, level 5 already. We've seen the power of this Omni-Knight before, and this kind of like very aggressive lineup of mineski, like being repelled by an Omni-Knight, just being frustrated, not being able to get that kill that you started off on, that's certainly going to cause a lot of issues for mineski.
Yeah, similar to game number 1 where mineski in fact had the Omni-Knight. They just weren't able to bully him out. If you can't do it from the get-go, your odds just decrease so dramatically.
But that's where that Ancient Apparition Ice Blast has to come in clutch, right?
Yeah, but you can just get a pipe, I feel like, on Omni.
Yeah.
Isn't that what you would do as on the offlane?
Oh yeah, absolutely. This kind of game,
Yeah, you just get pipe and all of a sudden it's the same situation because they have so much magic damage.
KP gonna be pulled back potentially into his doom here. He's so damn tanky.
Let me tell you,
Bottom lane, instead, that's maybe the offlaner that dies. This time the Cold Feet does actually latch.
it's so funny that you see Omni-Knight die and you watch an ogre just kind of walk it off.
Yep. The chain turns are good enough for mineski, and with these skeletons pushing in, also just tanking up the tower shots, that's going to let the Siege Wagon do tons of damage.
This is the same rotation he made last game, and this is a big rotation for them.
But they're going to try and rush the defense here from side. He's going to TP in, he's going to be in trouble here. They have the Grace on him, it's going to slow down a lot of these disables.
But they're protecting the catapult, and that's what's important. That's why Minward's also coming in for this. Last game, he didn't make this defense. This game, I think they understand how important this tower is.
The Siege Wagon dies, and the Tier 1 tower does not fall. Moon could have used Exorcism to finish off that tower when he first showed up, but he thought the Siege Wagon was good enough. He thought it was free.
And that's Secret. They're a veteran team cap. They're making those adjustments. They realize Moon's play. I think he was anticipating that top push, but because so many teams are doing it, he's just sort of going for the play that Secret doesn't expect. No one's really assaulted Secret's offlane tower before like that.
Especially once you give, like, Zai has a good lane, but a rotation like that shuts him down. If they caught him again that second time when he TP'd under top,
That ruins his game, and they might even go for Gears.
he may try. Moon's gonna show up, hits him with the nuke. Looking to be able to slow him down with the Spirit Siphon. Zai, the Heavenly Grace protecting him a bit right now, but Nico Baby has another round of stuns coming in. The Crypt Swarm's not going to be good enough, and they don't want to die at the tower. mineski. This is what we're talking about in trying to go for these kills and not quite getting it, not getting the kill. I mean, just hit the objective. Oh,
They're
wow.
gonna TP top and just go for it right after. And this is how you alleviate pressure from this bottom lane for Nico, baby. If you can't do it in one lane, do it in another.
Can Zai get there in time? He's just about to get back to the base. He's going to have a TP scroll soon. He's just going to be stunned on Fire Blasted. They do have the hedge. That's going to be enough to be able to get the kill onto Nisha. And this Exorcism will be used to bring down a tower.
They're outpacing them right now. In
Yeah.
this series, they're thinking 2 steps ahead. And Secret, their focus is on that bottom lane, but suddenly there's somebody top. And you don't even really want to dive this Wraith King because you know he's got ulti, he's got stick charges. If they could take this tower and defend, this would be such a huge boon for them. Part of the reason was used though by the DP.
Yeah. And that's going to be an opportunity, right? Team Secret, they're not going to be as cooldown dependent early game because their mid is a Tiny, who's always going to be ready to fight.
Yeah. But they don't want to trade this tower.
They do
The
not.
tower is still healthy enough that you can bring heroes in and try to defend it, and it would extend your game so hard, but they might have no choice. This might be a little bit too late.
And that means that core rotation from KP kind of hurt them, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Now you've got 2 cores in the same side of the map.
So that's a win for Secret.
It's funny how in Dota you can have these little wins and losses without a hero kill actually happening, just purely due to things like positioning and rotations. 10-minute bounty runes are coming up though, and we're going to see who out-positions the other. We've got Ninja Boogie. He's going to join them for this fight at bottom, but if he dies right away, Midwan knows he's here. He's trying to hide right now, but unfortunately it's going to be found. out. The avalanche toss is going to be quite enough, but the purification will get the kill. That means they have to give up in these 2 bounty runes, which puts pressure on mineski to make the play top lane.
Oh, they're gonna get all 4 of them, Cap.
But stop, Nisha. He's going to run to the other side. 4 bounties for Secret.
That's massive. Even though they're leading in kills, 3-2.
Yeah, they've gotten over 1,500 extra gold off the bounties on Team Secret's side.
That's the difference itself.
Yeah.
AI Splash gonna come in, try to defend this mid tower. Yeah, not sure. Stealing Bloodlust.
Good play. With the Siege Wagon hitting the tower, that's a few extra shots. Well, in the hard camp here, the Siege Wagon is up there. That means it's going to be a little bit delayed in its push forward. I wonder if mineski are going to try and make a play towards that top lane, or if we're just going to see them continue to farm up. Surely a more passive game is that to the favor of Team Secret, because they have this void. Oh, they're actually going to go for the kill on his eye. Ice Blast is there. Eagle Baby holding on to that Great Fire Blast. Tries to get a crit, whiffs. Zai does manage to juke into the tree, so they're going to spot it one more time. Now the Pants Grace they do have the cold feet. They're going to try and chain the sun to the purification going out. And, oh man, that dash just looks to do so much. But it looks like Nico Baby may just hit too hard. He's got a little bit of mana to be able to work with. Zai's trying to juke into the trees right now. Nico Baby gives up. Zai jukes it away and gets out by just the skin of his teeth.
And he is indeed going for the pipe. I feel like there's no better item choice for him at this point. I think what both teams have learned about it is it comes down to the team fights. A lot of the times in these matches, we just see one team rolls over another in the lane phase. But for these 2 teams, I mean, they know what the mid and the late game look like. Raging Potato likely to go down here. There's 2 cores up here, but in fact, they actually just retreat very fully.
They don't actually have any aggressive vision on that side of the map, so maybe Secret just feeling like because they don't have vision of the tier 1 tower, the shrine, they don't know these TP rotations are coming. We know that mineski is actually playing a little bit more passive, maybe in part because of the hand of Midas that they have on the raid game, but the smoke up with Moon, they can play with that core, they're going to try to slow down the apps over here, get a chain stuns. That's a kill. Is that a tower though?
Yes, absolutely.
Oh, mid one's here. They're going to be able to catch the ancient apparition. A pick off like that could mean more. Ninja Boogie dies. The exorcism being used.
I'd like them to drop the wards here.
They are going to drop the wards. They're going to be able to get vision of these who actually teleport in and can get the chain stun. They get a shackle. Where's the bump? The Fire Blast actually used on the Omni Knight. They just don't have Moon here to get the real damage. A 3-man silence. That's going to be a lot. With the Ring Fire Blast, Hunt's tiny. Mid one down to half health already. The tower's taking up some damage as well, but Team Secret, they're healthy enough. They're going to go for the chronosphere now. So Death Rock trying to go down with a toss up in the air. They're going to be able to finish off Moon. A good storm comes out from Puppy as well. They're going to focus on KP. He's dead. Ice Blast on his way. Nico Baby on his first life is about to fall, and all of Secret very healthy, certainly healthy enough to bring down Nico Baby a second time. Team Secret hold their mid tower and repel mineski.
And they might even grab it themselves. The wards, the last of them are about to fall. 4 heroes up here. Zai, you can see that he's just too strong of a force to be reckoned with at this point in the game. He allows Nisha to get in and out of those fights so cleanly. Mineski's lineup, in fact, feels a little bit greedy. AA as a support, you're so ulti reliant that you can't really quite get in there, whereas in the backline, Puppy just kept throwing out stomp after stomp. It's a different beast entirely.
The game's certainly a lot easier in some ways, right? With this mid-one Tiny making these plays. You saw the way they just, Zai is forced to be fire blasted there. Otherwise, he would have saved Nisha.
The team fight positioning feels really rough right there for Mineski as well. It didn't really feel like they were half committing.
If Moon was able to actually follow up that Shadow Shaman play, get the silence onto the Omni Knight, then maybe KP is able to fire blast down Nisha. There's no Chronosphere, and the fight looks a lot different.
And they just have so many tanky boys on the side of Secret. They've got 4 melee strength heroes, or 3, and a void.
Zai. They do have the rotation coming in from the Shadow Shaman, so if he comes back, but they're spotted by the illusion. Nisha does deny the mid tower.
I don't really know what their solution is right now for Zai.
Yeah.
It feels like this is going to be an uphill battle for Mineski. They just need more farm right now, and speaking of greedy, their Ogre's going to go for a Hand of Midas. Their Raking has a Hand of Midas. Their two supports are a little bit greedy. They're going to run into Zai here. Gets trapped for the time being. FaZe boots his way through.
The last little bit of nukes, but it's not good enough. Zai, the ice blast wears off.
Yeah, he's further proving that point for me.
Yeah, and he picked up the bounty rate too, by the way.
They use so much to try to grab him, but the status resistance in a game like this feels so value. Now, mid one, he's got a fully completed Ags right now, Cap. He has...
We're seeing this Aghanim Scepter being picked up faster and faster for these Tinies. Can you explain some of that?
I just feel like it's a value item for Tiny. It makes you a team fight beast. It solves a lot of your issues where, you know, oftentimes Tiny, he falls off because you have to go into melee range. And if you can't burst people down immediately, you just get kited. Well, this item makes it so it's really hard to kite.
Just poking at him. Gets a little vision, sees what Secret's up to. They're going to stick around for this tier 2 push. If they're backing up, that means the push at top lane, mineski, should be retreated as well.
Okay. I will say in the previous 2 games, mineski had quite a bit of a lead going into this phase of the game.
Yeah.
I don't know what the game looks like when Secret finally has a post-laning phase lead.
There's something I want to talk about though. This Wraith King, right? Traditionally, in many patches of the past, Wraith King's considered a early to mid-game carry.
Yes.
And with the Death Prophet, we're looking at, you know, trying to push down towers by 20 minutes, go high ground by 25-30. A lot has changed for both of these heroes, particularly the Wraith King. We've seen a lot of these Hand of Midas Radiance build. Hector, especially from Infamous, has shown that Wraith King is no slouch lane king. You can really push this hero to the limits. Is this just about, what is it about? Is it about the Aghanim Scepter? Is it about talent changes? What is it?
I just feel like this hero is good against the other cores. You never feel bad about having them frontline for you either. A lot of times in Dota, you saw in the game that we saw that just happened, when the Void goes in and he gets bursted down, you mess up the team fight, suddenly you've lost.
Yeah.
In this position, he's so forgiving to play.
So it's about ease of execution and TI, that there's nothing more important, right?
He's so easy to work around. He dies once, you don't even feel that bad, because it gives your team time to reposition themselves, whereas the enemy still has to clump around. The fact that the Wraith King got to kill him twice, it means that there's no mess-ups.
Well, there's that Aghanim Scepter from mid one, pummeling KP with trees, and now is going to get the tier 2 bottom tower.
If you build a BKB, you always have to get BKB.
Yeah, that's true. Aghanim Scepter, usually we've been seeing Echo Saber into Aghanim Scepter. Here, mid one's going to go the other way around. I also think Aghanim's is a great farming tool. It's a real low cooldown. And you could just kind of freely use it in fights.
Oh, look at this, 20 minutes
push down lanes.
18 minutes. They're just kind of going for it right now. They've done a good amount of damage to this tower. Mid one is, we said, give us a star-making performance, bail your team out. So far, so good. 7 out of your 8 kills.
X, Raging Potato, I think he knows he's been caught, and he's just trying to stall things as much as possible so his circuit board can actually get the kill on the tower, but sadly there's a glyph, and the glyph now, especially with the multi-shot, is so good at clearing out the creeps and defending.
Yeah, now this is just going to be food instead for Secret as they clear up all but one of those, I think.
Radiance for Moon. Death Prophet's another hero that can go late game a little bit better. The new Aghanim Scepter that was introduced for the hero, that's a core item.
The scary part for mineski is, I don't know at what point in the game they're going to win it.
Yeah. I mean, if they're not winning it already, right?
Yeah, it feels a little bit scary right now.
And Djibouti.
I don't know if this is like an issue of pace.
Yeah.
Because I felt like previously they had heroes that could just run at you, and Moon had some sort of hero that could just collapse on the side lanes. He could set a tempo. But in this game, it sort of feels like he has to be passive with his DP. It feels like they've gone a little bit away from the principles that led them to success in game number 1 and game number 2. And so now it becomes much more about this Wraith King. Like in the previous game where Nisha had to be the main hero, I think Nico Baby so much rides on his shoulders.
20-minute bounties. Mid one free to push out bottom lane with his volley. Take control of those. mineski. Are they going to invade? Are they going to try and get more than just this one? It seems they are willing to concede all map control to Team Secret right now. They just know they're weaker than them. They have to ride the line. They have to rely on their carry. A man they brought in late into the DPC season, this Radiance. Can Nico Baby change the fate of mineski right now?
The good news for him is that he is good against the cores of Secret, aside from the Omni Knight.
Yeah.
Of course, he's going to always be able to survive out the Chrono. And more importantly, he doesn't get bursted by the time. Both upsides for his hero. The only downside is that he's going to need help. If it means that the Chrono doesn't do anything for him, he's just going to say, I'm not going to Chrono you, I'm going to Chrono Moon every single time.
Yeah.
And that makes Moon's game so hard to play.
Is that why he's not, like, he hasn't actually queued up the Aeon Scepter, which everyone goes after the Eul Scepter. Does he need, like, an early Aeon disc? Yeah.
That's so bad. Terrible. I feel like you go Axe, and then you can go to the Aeon disc.
You just have to do it.
I sort of like, maybe even get the Shivas first.
Before the Aeon disc.
Yeah, I'm okay with that, but I do think you need an Aeon at some point in.
Oh, we go Blink instead.
Maybe he just wants to fight. They're going to get the Radiance timing, and maybe they just want to run it Secret. That's how they want to come back into this game, rather than just pure farming.
The AoE silence can come in really clutch here against this Omni Knight, right? Because you always know the Omni Knight's going to be running forward to protect mid-one, or to protect Nisha, who's been initiated on.
It's very good against the Faceless Void.
Yeah.
Nisha already has a BKB. That's so scary.
Means the silence is going to be very ineffective against him.
It also means that he's always going to get Chrono off.
Yeah.
Which is pretty disastrous for mineski.
Pretty much the only one who can stop that outcome is Raging Potato. And I just don't see him getting lasting shackles in these fights. He does have to eat the lens, though.
He feels like he's paper.
Yeah.
And I would say that mineski would be alright, but I think this Omni Knight, I've been saying it from the beginning of the game, it might just prove to be too much. Gonna walk up the hill, but they don't have their Death Prophet here. Secret. Running around their shine, they've got the numbers advantage, but height has been used almost immediately. Zai, I mean, he ends any thoughts of progression.
He just doesn't care about you. Raging Potato does have to get the Hex on there, so that will let the Ice Blast is coming in. They do get Guardian Angel. That will help protect mid one. Here comes the Outsource, but it doesn't actually nail a whole lot. That's going to be over going down. Nico Baby still trying to focus on mid one because they have a degree. Mid one's actually going to be fine here. Now we have the X's them out. Yeah, so does manage to force down to low ground. Move. Pursuing. Trying to get another Spirit Cycle. This time on mid one. We actually take down this Tiny. Well, they've already lost most of their support. Chronosphere catches them just on the side. Mid one tries to get away with the 3-bomb. And now Nico Baby comes back with his second life. Slowed down. And this is going to be the second team fight. Not easier than not. Team Secret absolutely outclassed mineski and almost wiped them.
And Zai's still chasing. He wants the full team wipe. They're going to extend their lead 7k. The Blink Dagger, I feel like, just doesn't really do anything for you. It helps you evade some situations, but... And what they want to do is get on top, and I would agree if the Void didn't have such a fast BKB, and if you weren't playing against Heavenly Grace. You fulfill those two conditions, maybe you're alright. But as it stands, they're trying to do what they did last game, which is take these mid-game fights, push into the towers, but they don't have the firepower, they don't have the heroes.
Yeah. You see that? Team fight again, they thought they just had the burst damage, but a fast Guardian Angel coming out from the side was so key. It slows down the damage that Nico Baby was putting on a mid one, and then he just doesn't get enough. The Ice Blast wears out about right now.
Yeah, if mid one dies in that position, maybe the Void doesn't have enough damage, because he only has a Maelstrom.
The Yapser just barely died there. He almost got the Tiny as well, but Nisha being able to get that Chronosphere, he held it for so long too. He read that the fight was going to go their way without it. He only used it once mid one really, or excuse me, Moon really committed to that fight. There's now a Mjolnir for Nisha.
There's his damage.
Twice now they've been repelled by Team Secret. At some point in time, you're going to have to start thinking about an exit plan, a plan B. What are you going to do with this game threatening to go late?
Yeah, plus, I feel like in the previous 2 games, mineski had the vision advantage every single time.
Yeah.
They de-warded so many different wards. In this game, that top ward saw them coming the entire time, so they knew to be set up for the fight. Small mistake as Secret did not end up denying that top tower, which only had 20 HP. This is going to secure them 2 bounty runes. I mean, they haven't gotten 2 bounty runes in such a long time. Moon's going to go for the plate mail and the axe, both items that I advocated for. I wanted to see the axe first into the Shivas, but he opts to go for the plate mail.
Yeah. Just a little bit of help. I mean, it is a lot of physical damage.
Yeah, I think casual plate mail.
Yeah, with the volley build coming out from mid one, like he actually has to worry about the physical damage coming from the Tiny, not from the Faceless Void. Because Void's got a very magic damage heavy build. Mjolnir and his bashes, that's most of his damage right now.
Very true, Cap.
5 to 14, a 7,000 net worth lead for Team Secret. We have not seen them have this kind of lead once in this series. It's only until this game 3 they get mad, and they are just not letting mineski get any openings here.
One thing though is throughout the season when Secret has any sort of lead, they just sort of go for it. They take fights non-stop, but I think they've sort of developed like this mutual respect. Secret is saying like, mineski, you're a good team. You can hang with us. Let's not just throw.
Yeah. Raging Potato jumping forward, there goes my blow. Yapzor. That is a target you can certainly burst down.
That's like
mid
the
one,
easiest target.
Mid one, he's hard, but Yapzor, that's easy.
And he's got a BKB mid one. I love when your cores still go BKB when you've got an Omni Knight. I feel like it's the worst thing in the world when you purely rely on your Omni to save you in those situations. It makes it so hard because then he has like 4 different heroes he has to constantly save. Every BKB that comes out makes Zai's life easier.
You're one of the biggest BKB enthusiasts that I know. You always say you have a lead, secure it with the BKB.
Yeah. What's the point of having 10k net worth if you don't have a BKB?
Yeah.
You get Hex once, your 10k net worth.
It's gone. You just die. Just like that. Though, how much gold was Yapzor worth? I remember saying this was a 7,000 net worth lead, now it's only 5k.
He was worth a lot. Their A is worth 2,800, and Ninja Boogie's like most expensive item is his Falling Blade. It's less than hard for him. That's his luxury item right now.
Raging Potato's done a good job of keeping pace with Yapzor. In fact, we're pretty much core for core until it comes to the difference between our Death Prophet and mid one's Tiny.
Yeah, mid one's still unblemished, 5-0-6. I mean, he's no fool.
How do you push into that?
You don't.
Yeah.
You, if I'm straight up honest, you don't.
mineski. It seems to be their turn to sit back. Moon still got it.
The crowd like that.
Oh yeah. I mean, an attack, a projectile like Death Prophets, it's not fast. It does that swirly animation as it makes its way
We're getting it hard here.
He's gonna be slowed down. Fire blast onto the void, trying to slow down the damage. There goes the head of the grace. Ninja Boogie started in from mid one. He managed to get the initiation on him at the same time they were going on KP. So that's two dead already, but mid one, they're actually gonna go for this one, threatening the chronosphere. Mid does manage to get outside of it. Guardian Angel will protect him against this exorcism and the lockdown on Eco Baby. They're gonna try and focus on Moon while they have Eco Baby substantially dying on the certain towards the end of BKB. They've almost finished off Moon. The volley almost does it, but Death Prophet managed to survive off the ult after it. So instead, they're going for the Rage King, who's had to have help. They're trying to play around these swords as best as possible. Plays healing, go down the outside, Spirit Side, and healing up. He managed to actually heal through all that one, but Nisha's now locked it down. A ton of damage on Nisha. Quickly stopped by side. Gets on the purification. KP who came back into this fight. Mages exited just as quickly as Silence goes out. On the former Moon, they go back into this one. And they finish him off. He's dead, but the follow-up there comes out from the volley to be able to finish up Nico Baby. Move. Blast down Puppy.
They want
Jump
team.
forward. They're going to be able to get the Omni Knight. That's going to be a wipe. This time, Secret. They challenge Mineski. They say, we think we're stronger than you. Let's put it to the test, but the buybacks, that's what makes the difference. Mineski used 3 different buybacks, but it wins them the fight, and it just might win them Roche.
They Roche. If they could Roche, this would make it worth it. If they can't, then all you really did was make it so that the fight went even. And they're gonna ping in a Roshan, they know what's up. I mean, it's not very quick though without the Wraith King. And Moon doesn't have Axe.
True, but Secret's not buying back right now.
I think they also agree. They're like, we don't think we can do Roshan either.
Oh, it's getting close. They almost have the Aghanim Scepter on Moon too. That certainly would have helped. Solar Crest is pulling in its weight here.
Yeah, this push took forever, but Puppy, does he have a TP? No, he's not going to TP.
Yeah.
And
He's
it's
giving it
been
up.
a while, but this is a big Roshan.
Yeah.
Now the gold lead's set to 4K. Moon can comfortably buy Axe without having to worry about having buyback or not.
The Axe also means the Aegis is more effective on Death Prophet than it was in the past. In the past, you weren't a good Aegis hero because you were just an Exorcist buff. That's all you were. But now Aghanim Scepter adds a lot of damage to this Death Prophet when she does have her ultimate on cooldown.
That was such a go for it maneuver, by the way.
Yeah.
If it goes poorly, mineski lose the game right there.
Yep.
When they all bought back, and I thought it was going to go disastrously for them when they ran in one by one.
Oh, yeah.
That's looking a little bit
Dude,
dicey.
Moon TPing in and getting the 4-man silence. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, Moon.
That's a cool silence, but what are you going to do with it?
Well, it's after the tiny, but isn't able to
So,
do anything.
yes,
I think he was just trying to get him out of that
someone
area. Because mid one, of course, still has the BKB, and they still have to be cautious on the side of mineski.
Yeah.
They used a lot of buybacks to that. In fact, they have only one up, and it's on Ninja Boogie, and that's because his net worth is so low that as long as the timer isn't up, he'll have it. AC completed by Nisha. They immediately go for the smoke. They might run into the Wraith King here. They've got to be careful.
They're going to dodge the Wraith King. They're going to go for anybody else. If they can actually intercept Mineski here, in which they go. Oh! Raging Potato blinks away. They're still going to be able to catch Ninja Boogie. Volley will be able to get it. They don't have to use the Chronosphere here. 2-man silence, but immediately that's going to be cleansed off by Sai. Jump into the air. Dual Scepter.
They want to get out. The numbers disadvantage, I think, is a little bit too rough for them.
Yeah. I mean, without the ancient apparition, like, how do you do this on the night? I just don't think you can.
Yes, and that's why, you live by the 5AA, you die by the 5AA.
That's
He's so
true.
easy to kill, but he's so important for the rest of your team.
Ninja Boogie, he came in big time for them in game 1. With his Witch Doctor, he's going to need better positioning.
And they really don't want to
Game
give up this
3.
tower.
They do not, but they just might have to here. 5 seconds up to the ancient apparition.
You just cannot get multiple hero chrono, which is easier said than done. Nisha's got the advantage in positioning, but they're going to back out.
They're actually going to go for it here. Dual Scepter catching the Omni Knight. Follow-up silence, Ray 5 blast, and a Hex full being used. And the force stab.
And a volley from the high ground. This is going to split their fight in half. Plus the ET Spirit. They wanted to threaten for that. It looked like a good timing for them. But Secret, they positioned themselves very well, and they got a DD on their Faceless Void. This is going to force them to a fight, regardless of whether or not Moon has the Aegis.
With the double damage and the Ice Blast used. Oh, they're going to use Dual Scepter, dispelling off that double damage. The Ice Blast is about to come back up, but first Nisha and mid one try and find their opening. But Raging Potato again with the fast blink dagger away. Now Secret have overextended themselves. They're going to try and catch the Azor Puppy. Man's going to stop it. It's mid one who's going to get caught. So then those are the Ice Blast. Purification goes out. BKB and the Guardian Angel. Buyback damage. They can't bring down mid one anymore. Puppy throws out the Earthquake with Chronosphere as well. It's not going to be able to hit. Can they bring down Moon? It's going to be a close call, but he does fall. Now they're going to turn back on an Eco Bait. Never mind, Raging Potato's a better target. But because of the Aegis, they need to be able to get out. But he's been caught in the shackles. Raging Potato. They have the Heavenly Grace are going to be able to save these. A little bit more.
Whoa.
The Force Staffs again come in clutch for Team Secret. Mid one. Inside the pit, he's ready to go back in, but he has to blink out. Raging Potato goes for it. KP, he's going to be able to get the initiation on mid one side. He's trying to make his way to be able to bail out mid one. The Ice Blast comes in though. They bring down mid one. He's dead. They look for more. Sai and Yapzor running him down. Hex on one. Ray Fire Blast quite soon on the other. They can actually get him double Solar Crest as well. But that means that damage from Nico Baby. He's about to bring down the Omni Knight of Sai. He's still there. You're rolling his hand. Stop it!
And they're right in front of the base right now. That gold leaf has been completely evaporated. Mineski have in fact wrested it away from Secret. They will not roll over.
What is happening right now? Moon silence the mid one so we can't actually get the volley off. I can't believe they're going for this tier 3 without the X's, and the buyback goes in their retreat.
And that's 2 core buybacks that you forced out. They weren't able to get any kills. This was a defensive buyback. Mineski, they're actually up 1k on Secret. The fights last so long and it got so split. You saw Secret, they were on the low ground. It felt like they were going to be just fine. They were force-staffing each other one by one, and then they overstayed their welcome.
Yeah.
If they all just started retreating at that point, they would have been fine.
Yeah.
But what they did was they looked for the fight after.
Because of the exorcism used, they put us here on Moon. We can go ahead, burst him down. Second life, he won't have the exorcism. But Mineski still proved to be too strong. And now, the win probability is in their favor as well as the network.
I can't even believe this game. It feels like a departure from our previous two, but what a fun one is. I mean, it feels like these two teams just bring out the best in each other.
Oh, yeah.
They're willing to fight non-stop. The team fights are what determine it all. You get into these crazy 5-on-5 situations that seem to last forever.
This AC. Dude, these Wraith Kings, man. Once they have the Midas and Radiance, items just start flowing in everywhere. He's actually going to go for Nullifier next.
Yeah, both teams have all their ultis up. Secret, they're looking for the angle right now. Nisha been heavily graced. He's trying to set.
They want to make sure if he does get stunned, that status resistance will let him get off his BKB.
And Moon nearly has the Aeon Disc. He's sending the courier back. This would be a massive pickup for him. If they can't just burst him through the Chronosphere, you see how tanky he can potentially be. And his ability to come back into the fight after the Eul Scepter is so good.
Crystallis up, mid one, that's a lot of damage now. The Echo Saber, that provides the disable, the slowdown to keep them in the volley, but it's really the Daedalus, or in this case the Crystallis buildup, that's going to deliver that sort of game-ending Chronosphere into volley combo.
Secret have to be so careful, Cameron.
Dude,
They use the two
really
core
do.
buybacks. If either of those heroes die at this point,
Oh, look at this. A sneaky little play. Raging Potato trying to finish up that tier 3. Not good enough, though.
very nearly does. And this Roshan fight cap is going to mean everything to both sides. If Secret decides to take the fight, it'll be without the buyback
They're
on
gonna
the
go for
Tiny
it. They're going to go for it.
or the Omni Knight cap. It'll be 2 core buybacks that they don't have.
Team Secret. Will it be Hubris? Will they get caught in this mid lane? A lot of them are behind Yapster, but not everybody. First defensive force snap. You can see Mineski not going to take the bait here.
They're being patient right now. They don't want to overextend themselves.
They just picked up the Aeon Disc, but the Death Prophet just showed himself on that ward. Secret should know about that saving grace.
Yeah, that's a big item pickup for both teams. Now you can't just blindly Chrono Moon and hope for the best. You have to position it correctly. So we wait with bated breath. Roshan about to spawn, and that's going to mean a mad dash for both teams. And neither of them have buybacks, but it's Mineski.
The ward in place. They're going to be able to see that Blink Dagger in. Raging Potato, defensive force snap away, but a volley. Finish him off. Raging Potato down, BKB used by mid one, and Mineski. Everybody out.
Roshan, 20 seconds until he's up. What team's gonna go for it?
Fast Roshan like this with 90 seconds for Raging a Potato.
Ice Rock just
Go
wants
for
it.
it.
He,
Oh,
just 10 more years of Mineski versus Secret. What gives the most dramatic situation is that 20-second timer on the Roche.
And if they get it, there are going to be so many items coming in for Team Secret. Like the Lotus Orb for Zai, that's going to be crucial because the whole Blink Dagger Death Prophet play has been canceled.
And there's a Nullifier on Wraith King.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this is gonna be an explosive team fight.
Dude, he's going for the Orchid. He's going for the Son of Doom.
The Son of-
Shout out to
Odin
Odin
picks
for
him.
that one.
I hope you're watching.
But all of that, right? All of that can go away off of a Lotus Orb or Heavenly Grace coming out from that Omni Knight. They have to hunt Zai down. This really is a game about hunting Zai.
I will say his build, not going for Greaves has hurt so much. Because he doesn't have the ability to remove that silence easily. Now they're going for it. Yeah,
You
they're
don't
going
care.
for it.
Ice Blast in the pit. Moon
Mineski
showing
is
himself
very
in
quick.
bottom lane. Dude, is Mineski actually going to fight around this?
This is gonna go really quick.
When they get in there, time. Nico Big, his vision off the neutral. They're trying to go for Nisha. He's already popped the beat. He's going to because he needs some cheese. He's got that. Now he's going to be able to jump over the side. Trying to go for Moon as best as possible. Now time block out.
Man, ready to go first
That
light.
might be the Aegis as well. Look at Big One. He's TPing back to the shrine right now. He's trying to stay in the fight. Get out of the river. But Zai's gone.
He doesn't have buyback, and Nico Baby, he's blinked forward if he can get any more. But 104 seconds now for Zai. 2 minutes on his buyback. They've got the numbers advantage.
Aegis and cheese, but for what? No Omni Knight, no Chronosphere.
And a DD rune.
Oh,
How gratuitous from Mineski.
Ice Frog intervenes once again. He said, look, I gave Nisha a double damage rune. Even if they use it, you're going to have the same opportunity.
And what can they do with it? They don't have the exorcism, but they do have the serpent wards. They're right in front of your base secret. You don't have Chronosphere.
Wards out. Trying to stall right now. That's all Secret is looking to do.
They have Aegis, but it feels so useless when you don't have Chronosphere.
Yeah, what can a Void do without his ultimate?
And that's gonna be Rax.
That is definitely going to be Rax. Can Mineski do more? Are they going for the tier 2 mid? Yeah.
No, just calm down.
Yeah.
Gather yourself.
Are you talking to me or Mineski right now?
Both?
But I'm about
No
to
more
lose my
water.
mind where this game.
I can't handle it.
Mineski. 2 siege wagons. A bunch of the boys. And a tier 2 falls. Let's see some shrine.
They are gonna get so much gold because of that fight.
Yeah.
They're gonna grab the shrine here. This shrine, once Roshan's out of the equation, the other shrine doesn't matter as much.
Yeah.
This shrine controls the triangle. It makes it really hard for you to get outside your base and farm. And it just forces Secret to sort of hole up.
29% backtrack.
Oh!
Nisha went for it.
Oh, he's gone for it. All right. Let's do it. Let's see what it does.
What if you backtrack a crit? It's the same situation here with the Ring King.
Maybe he just feels like the
man.
Alright, you know why? I think it's because he thinks that his Chronosphere isn't very good against the Raid King or
Yeah.
the Death Prophet at this point.
Yeah.
I think he's made the executive decision. I can't deal with these two heroes. The better talent to dealing with these two heroes is the backtrack talent.
Yeah.
And Zai needs the Soul Sword. He's been waiting for it for so long, but the problem is his buybacks about to come back up, but he won't have the gold for it. So he's put into this weird position where he can't teamfight without an ability to get rid of the silence, which is why I feel like he needed Greaves in this game so badly. It's, of course, in hindsight, you want to get phase boots for the laning phase, but it feels so rough to fight without it.
I mean, is Zai gonna have a buyback? I think you might buy out the Lotus Sword.
Maybe if you think you're invincible anyway, he definitely is. He's waiting around that area for a reason.
I think that's the only way to solve some of the team fight issues. Oh Jesus, that's a lot of gold. That's a Hannah minus multicast rock.
And he's got the 40 strength.
The 40 strength.
Boy's a
Hey,
beast.
Attacking a third hero that Chronosphere is just not gonna do shit against. KP right now is walking around with 3,600 HP, 1 billion armor. I think that's what that adds up to.
I can't believe we're in this position right now. We're Secret 8K down. Cap, they were most people's favorites. Mineski, bottom 2.
Yeah.
They're about to join Infamous potentially in the top 8. Liquid, Dota, where are you at? You had these two teams as your bottom 2.
And look at that.
But the team fight is all that matters. Yap's
They're gonna get more telekinesis on a KP. The first initiation of Shiva's Chronosphere, and it will catch the back line. He didn't actually lock down Moon. He will be able to finish off Range Potato. He doesn't have to have buyback. KP's all down. Look at that. Trapped inside the trees. Nisha barely goes offside. He's being hunted right now. The nice flag takes him out. Nisha looking to be able to finish off KP, but he's so tanky. The Ogre's good. Meanwhile, pummeling them with the volley. That's fine. Beating as best as possible, but Moon, he's getting the action to the damage. That faithful to be able to finish off the Ogre. He does have buyback. Meanwhile, he also dies as well. Moon's able to chase down. He's alive from Nisha, man, but he gets Ninja. He gets 1. Can he get 2? He gets 3, but no. He's gonna die here. He does have the Aegis on his second life, though. Nico Baby and KP sit on top of him. They need to be able to chase him down. Ray Fire Blast 1. Fire Blast 2. Ice Blast in. That's not gonna hit.
The tree volley over the top.
They're gonna be able to turn. Stolen by outside.
1 second for the blink of Nico Baby. And you know what?
Yeah, Blast doesn't hit him now. It's KP's turn.
And he's with KP buyback.
They have the silence 3 versus 4. Nico baby. Next set holds no fight. Trying to finish up the piece with point. Again, the fourth set's gonna be good enough.
Agota. I don't know if it's...
At the BKB though. They running out of principal damage. Nico baby trying to go from midway to the front. He's being checked down. He doesn't have buyback. He was 1 second away from the Yules. Nico baby, he'll be able to at least get puppy, but the rest is secret. They're not tanky enough. They can't actually go for the second life of the Wraith King.
But 1 second and Zai is about to be alive. Secret in a great position now. No buyback for 106 seconds. 74 seconds on the deck for the Ogre. They've got to make something of this. What a turnaround for them as they barely hold in that fight. If that Death Prophet gets Yules off, they're going to win that fight. And she was 1 second away from it. The target fire precision on Secret. 1k gold lead now for mineski. Oh my heart.
Oh, the baby trying to execute the pace of poisoning. No, they are at a disadvantage, but again, the poor stats. Oh, it's coming. That's 4 dead. Make it 5. The reincarnation. 1 versus 5. Oh, baby, Nico, baby. You gotta get back to the fountain, and you gotta stall Secret. Because once again, they're going for your throne. Telekinesis, pull back, midwife, toss him over to Nisha.
And he's just trying to waste time right now in Secret. And they're obliging right now. They're walking away from the tower. They don't have glyphs though. And this is going to be a hard hold. There's no buybacks. He's going to have to do this 1v5.
They did it before, 2 versus 5. 10 seconds up for KP, no fire.